Okay, we continue with learning the 10 important things that one needs to observe on Shabbat for preparing for the Seudah. So Zohar HaKadosh explained to us that we need to make sure to say Divrei Torah by our table. That this way when you say Divrei Torah, you are mematek et hadanim. You sweeten the judgments. Right? So after that it says ובגין כך צריך תלמיד חכם לזמנה אימי למען להשתדל בפתגמה אורייתא. So that's another reason that one needs to, about Seudah, needs to be a Talmid Chacham himself, or he needs to have a Talmid Chacham, a Torah scholar, by him around the table. But because this way, he's talking and learning. Obviously, it says in Gemara, Masachet Tanit, that one should not talk while he's eating. Why? Because this could pose a danger to his life. This could be very dangerous. He might choke on what he's eating, what he's chewing, and at the same time talking. Now, over there, the Poskim talk about, the halachic authorities talk about, that this is referring to the older days. In the older days that they didn't have shulchan and they didn't have the table like we do and the chairs, so they would lean on their side and eat. And when they would lean, there was more of a chance of getting choked while eating and talking. Right? So that's why the Zohar HaKadosh says that one who is eating meal on Shabbat, make sure that you learn Torah. This way you bring the Shekhinah. Right? And the number 7, Zohar HaKadosh talks about it, that is the Archa al Petura Begin Anim. That make sure to bring guests that are needy themselves. They don't have food. They are poor. Right? That, as we mentioned, that is the actual mitzvah of Achnasat Orchim, of hospitality, to have guests over, or for those who don't have food to eat, who don't have place to live. Right? Kol de ma'arich al shulchano ma'arichim lo yamav ushnotav. Right? Now this is very interesting. Our Chachamim teach us in Masachet Berachot, Daf Nun Dalet Amud Bet, that whoever has the ma'arich shulchan, has the overextended shulchan, he brings on Shabbat more food. He's like putting more time into his shulchan, not too much, right? And then Hashem will add to the days and the quality of his life, right? So, ma'arichin yamav ushnotav. So the question that Mefarshim asks is, if you're going to live long, just say ma'arichin shnotav. His years is going to live at Me'av Eslim. Why does it say Yamav? No, which means Hashem will give him a blessing that every day he is going to maximize using his days. Right? A day has 24 hours, and he's not going to be sleepy 12 hours of it. Right? He's not going to sleep too much. He's going to perhaps sleep 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever, and the rest is going to be strong, right? Taking advantage of his life. So that's one of the blessings, right? Ubedin kach, because of this, it says in Mishlei, Shlomo HaMelech says, Ustagat hatzil mimavet. Ustagat hatzil mimavet. When a person gives tzedakah, that saves his life. Zohar HaKadosh talks about this in many places too. Is not only giving the tzedakah money when you bringing poor people at your home and you put yourself in a discomfort. You have this poor person, he doesn't come with Shabbat clothing. Right? You got him from the street. He doesn't have a place. He's a Yehudi obviously. Right? And you're giving him food, you're talking with him. And there was a very big sadeket in Yerushalayim, Machlis, right? I had the zechut to eat there maybe once or twice, right? Back in 2015, I believe. Yeah, I think 2015 or 2013, one of those years. And she had all sorts of people at her home, right, in Yerushalayim. And I remember we were waiting for the time of Seudah, and the door was closed. So there were these homeless people knocking on the door, open the door, open the door. Right? Like expecting, as if like they had a ticket, right, that they had to go there, or they paid for the meal. And their whole home would become like a restaurant. They would serve, the children would have. And there's a wonderful book that she wrote, Aleh Hashem, that she says that people stole from us. People accused us of things. Right? We had all sorts of problems. There were certain guests that they didn't want to leave our home, and they lived there for some time. Right? So imagine, she was a tzaddiket. She was a very righteous lady. Right? I remember when we went to her on Shabbat, that was when she hosted people, and there was there Khatan and Kala. They had Shabbat Brachot.
She was what? What is that?
Khatan and Kala, bride and a groom.
Oh.
Somebody came, bride and groom were from India. You been there? You went there too, or no?
No, my Rebbe was her nephew, meaning with her aunt. So he told us like
unbelievable. There's a sefer.
Yeah.
Yes, unbelievable. Okay, so Sadaqat Hasin Imawet, bring the poor people home, right, and feed them. Right? Temina. Now, so number 8 is Maim Acharonim. Right? Make sure to wash your hands. Now, before you say Bikat Amazon, Deganiun lo begin melach sedumit. Zohar HaKadosh tells us, because this was instituted in order to remove the salt that was from Sodom that would go accidentally under your fingernails, and accidentally you might come. So the Chachamim teach us, one from how many people would have this melach sedumit, the salt from Sodom, because there is the cheshash, fear of one person. Chachamim put this law, this halacha. From here we learn the importance of life, that we need to take it seriously. Veraza demila, and there is a sword here. There is a sword with the word of וסוד הדבר הוא על פי מה שכתוב והתקדשתם אלו מים ראשונים והייתם קדושים אלו מים אחרונים. So this is what I referred to in the beginning, right? Which netila is more important? We all think the first netila of bread is more important. We use better cup, we use more water, right? More water is segula for parnasa. Right? It's a whole. Right? There's a lot of things. We don't hear about so much about Mayim Acharonim. So says Zohar HaKadosh, right? Ve'itchadishtem, that refers that you should be holy, right? That refers to Mayim Rishonim. Ve'item Kedushim, right? Now that Hashem has sanctified us, Ve'item Kedushim, and we need to continue being Kadosh. We need to continue being holy. How do you make sure that you continue to be holy? That's my Acharonim. What is more important? Hashem sanctified us. Did we do anything from our part? No. Every Yehudi is Kadosh. But Ve'item Kedushim, in order to remain Kadosh, right? That is a big task. That is a big responsibility, right? So let's go. And then says, right, Tishya, number 9 of the Seudat Shabbat is Kos Bracha, is the cup that we use to say nevarech on, right? Is the cup that we use, we fill it with grape juice or with wine, that we say nevarech on it, right? So Zohar HaGadol says, "Ve'umua me'are dematnitim, asara devarim ne'emeru be'kos ibracha." That 10 things are said about the kos bracha, ve'elu inun, and they are itur, ituf, hadacha, shetifa, chai, maleh, umekabelo. That this cup needs to have 10 conditions, right? Right? So we're going to refer a little bit to them. First of all, this cup has to be washed beforehand, from outside and inside. It needs to be a complete cup. It shouldn't have a hole. It shouldn't have a dent, right? And then these are all different concepts, right? Then it has to be filled. So that's why we fill it. Obviously, we don't want it to spill over too much, right? It needs to be chai. Zohar HaGadol is going to talk about it. It needs to be wine that is not diluted, or grape juice that is not diluted by you. If the original, this is the way that it comes, whatever, it's good. But don't add water to it. You add water to it after you fill the cup. Right? Why? Because we mentioned before, we try to mematek it in nim. We try to sweeten the judgments. Water is chesed, right? Water also refers to Torah. So we bring water, we add to din, which is yain, we mematek it at nim, right? Then it goes on to say, enab. One needs to look, one needs to pay attention to the cup of wine, right? There is a problem of hesach hadat. You just wash your hand, you're becoming ready for Bikat Amazon, so you need to make sure you focus. You look into the, you look to the cup, right? Umeshargero b'matana le'anshe beito, right? Right, and then, if I understand correctly, afterwards, you give it to other people of the household. But these days we don't have all of those conditions, all of those 10 things on the cup. We have hadacha u'shetifa, right? Washing from outside and inside, right? It has to be chai, it has to be undiluted, and it has to be maleh. That cup of wine or grape juice you need to fill it, right? Ve'esh omrim chai min achabit, and some say chai means from the source, from the barrel of wine that you get, it should not be any water diluted. Ve'esh omrim chai kos shalem. Some say that chai refers to chai nigra kos shalem ve'eino shavur pagum. As we mentioned, that chai also means, another meaning is it doesn't have a dent. It's a good cup that you use it for wine. Right? Now, asira, the number 10 is Bikat Hamazon. Bikat Hamazon needs to be with a lot of kavanah. Ha de'ukma rabbanan, as our Chachamim instituted, Bishtosha, that three people who ate together sarich kos. Right? When do you make nevarech with cup? When you have meal, right, with bread, and at least 2 of them had bread, and the third one had anything but water, that would be the shiur, would be the required amount for beracha acharona, right? Kazait, right? At least 27 grams according to most opinions. Whereas 30 grams, whereas the milah, and there is a secret in the word the sort hadavar hu begin deihu lefi shashechina nemar aleha, because the shechina refers to in Yirmiyah ahavat kelulotayich deinun abahan shehem avod shel avod ahava et avod shenemar bahem bakol mikol kol. That when you have this host and you say Bikat Amazon on it, in the Bikat Amazon you say Bakol Mikol Kol, that you refer to Bakol Abraham Avinu, Mikol Yitzchak Avinu, and Kol is Yaakov Avinu. What Yaakov Avinu said? Yeshli Kol. Right? have very much. So that refers to Yaakov Avinu. When a person says Birkat Hamazon, he will be blessed like Abraham Avinu, like Yitzchak Avinu, and like Yaakov Avinu. Not like Esav. What did Esav Arasha said? Yesh li harbe. Rab. Yesh li Rab, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I have a lot. He didn't say I have everything. He wasn't happy with everything that he had. Right? ולד הערכה יתיר ואין להעריך יותר באלו 10 דברים. So Zohar says we don't go more than these 10 things. Of course there is more explanation to this, but this we end this section here. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen. Okay, now